Okay, hello everybody. This is the video recording for the task in page 69 and 70. On Monday, many students had a discussion that they could not do this task. So let's go through this task. So this is from Osborne Mock paper 2, page 69 and 70. So first, we need to use a January working sheet, which I have already opened. In the worksheet called January working, use lookup function on the person name data to fill the column E with the wage rate for that person. Using the wage rate worksheet, retitle the column wage rate. So they want you to copy the wage rate in column E. They want you to rename it to wage rate, and they want to use a VLOOKUP on person name. So equal to lookup and reference VLOOKUP on the person name, table array from the wage rate sheet, name and the rate per hour, column 2 and range lookup false, and put absolute referencing on the range and say OK. So the wage rate has been selected. Double click for everybody else to be copied pasted. OK, so wage rate, most of them have 7.2, 10 and 8.5. OK, once we do that, check for and remove any duplicates. So we need to check and remove duplicates. OK, so highlight your data first. Now in this particular data, we do not have any unique values. So in order to check and remove duplicate, you have to select the first 3 columns. So data, remove duplicates, unselect all, and select date, job and person and say OK. And you can see 3 duplicate values have been found and removed. Enter that in cell H1. OK, so in cell H1 I'll put 3. Use column F to calculate the wage rate multiplied by the hours to give gross wages. So in column F, they want to calculate the gross wages, which is the wage rate multiplied by the number of hours worked. No absolute referencing. Copy paste for everything else. Format the wage rate and gross wage columns to pound sign with 2 decimal places. So all these rows, they want you to do formatting with a pound sign and 2 decimal places. So format cells, currency, pound sign and 2 decimal places. Make sure the contents of all cells can be seen, which is your auto fit. So home, format, auto fit column width. So that should be done. Now looking at the next one, use a subtotal function to total the wages cost of each job. So we need to do the total wages cost of each job. So highlight your data. And we need to do a subtotal. So data, subtotal. At every change in job, you want to do a sum, because they want to have a subtotal for every job in the gross wages column. Okay, say OK. So we got our subtotals now. So each and every job have a subtotal. Hide the detail. So maybe they only want the headings. So if we hide the detail, if we go to 2, we only have the wages. Copy and paste the information into a new worksheet. So these are the subtotals. So where you want to do the subtotals, first you highlight your data and only copy visible cells. So home, find and select, go to special and visible cells only. So click on that and say OK. And now Control C, open a new sheet and Control V. So you can see only the subtotals have been copied. You don't need to see the numbers or the grouping 1, 2, 3 here. Hide the data from column C to E. What do we have? C to E. Okay, we don't need these particular cells, C to E. So select them and hide them. Make this B column a little bit bigger. Okay. Then insert a 2D pie chart showing the wages bill for January by job. So they want to do a 2D pie chart. So you don't need a pivot actually here. So just select the job and the wages and insert a 2D pie chart. So you can see all the jobs are coming up and then a pie chart for that. So our grand total is also coming up. If you want, you can remove the grand total and then the chart will look much better. And then they want you to rename the sheet, which we can do. Insert an analysis of January wages by job on the title, which you know how to do that. Format the Smith wedding total on the chart to show yellow and Zuckerman birthday to show pink. So Smith wedding they want it to show in yellow. So Smith wedding is currently in blue. This one here. Right click and change the color to yellow. And then they want you to show Zuckerman birthday to show pink. Zuckerman birthday is currently in purple. Select that. Right click and show in pink. We don't have pink here. Let's say this is pink. Okay, that is still a little bit of light purple. It's okay. And change the chart to include the percentage of the total wages for each job. So they want to show some percentages over here. So design tab, add chart element, data labels on the outside end, and then format it to show percentage. So format data labels, click over here on the number, scroll down and change it to percentage with 2 decimal places, and that should be done. Oops, sorry. Think format data series, number, percentage, no decimal places, let's say. Still the percentages don't look accurate. Percentages of the total wages for each job. They want you to show it as a percentage of each and every job. Okay, let's take a look. So I'll remove this data labels at the moment. Add chart element, data labels, outside end, right click, format data labels, percentage linked to the source. Okay, somehow my percentage is not working. It should be percentage of total. So we should be dividing it with the actual total and then display the percentage, but it's not working accurately. I will do that later again. Okay. Change the chart to include the percentage of the total wages for each job. So they're not asking about the labels actually. Let me try one last thing. Delete the data label. Design. Chart element. Okay, maybe I should not have removed that grand total, and then it might have worked a little bit better. So we will discuss about that later. Okay, so let's go to the next part of the question, which most of you had questions with, which is a D part. Link the subtotals for each job from the analysis wages by job to the wages cell in column G. Wages cell in column G. So there we are here. In column G. So each and every wage we have to link it. So equal to wages for Smith wedding, the total was 349. For the next one, it is Jamal party, total. Then we have Grosvenor wedding. If I remove the detail, it will be easier for me to do that. After Grosvenor wedding, we have Zuckerman birthday. You can copy paste a link also together, that will also give you the same answer. Then we have maybe Moore 50th wedding anniversary, Wilbur birthday, and then the last one, Hanson birthday party. Okay, so we got all of them. You can ignore the second bullet point to correct the circular references. We don't have to worry about it. Format the sheets as currency with the 2 decimal places. It's already formatted, so I'm not going to repeat that. Insert a total line top and a double bottom border and total formula for each column. Okay, so they want you to do totals, top and bottom double line. So top and bottom double line on both, top and bottom border, double bottom border. So that's top border and then bottom double border, and insert sum for all of them. So you can just use auto sum to do that. Auto sum, and carry the calculations around. Insert a total line top and bottom of photo for each column. Set the worksheet to show formulas rather than the resulting values of the formulas. We also have to calculate the gross margin, but they haven't asked you. Maybe, okay, gross margin is, because sales is your revenue, this is the money they spend for food and drink, and this is the money they spend for the wages. So gross margin will be your sales minus your food and drink minus your wages expenditure. So sales minus sum of F5 and G5. So that's your gross margin, and then do an auto sum for that one also, which is 4,427.47. Okay, set the worksheet to show formula rather than the resulting values of formulas. So you know how to show formulas. Screenshot the worksheet, you just press the print screen button and then remove the show formulas. That's it. So you go to the formulas, you click on show formulas, take a screenshot, paste it in a different sheet, and then remove the show formulas over here. Okay, that will be all. And I also told you how to add the page header and the footer. Okay, so I'll go to file, print, page setup, header and footer. So let's say in the footer they want to see the page number, then they want to see the date, and then they want to see the file name. So just click on the file name. You just have to do that. You don't have to type anything else, and say OK and OK again. And you can see in the printout, if you see, the page number, the date and the file name are coming out. Okay, so you don't have to type everything by yourself. Okay, you go to page setup, header footer. If they want you to put them something in the header, you can click custom header, and let's say I want to put the time in the header, and I'll say OK and OK. And now you can also see the timer has coming up on the header, and the page number, date and the file name are coming in the footer. So that is how you add headers and footers. Okay, so that is the file. I'm going to send it to you in a couple of minutes. Okay, thank you.